All right, let's take a look at Outlook and how do we do an email signature in Outlook. The same principles are going to apply that we've looked at in the article as to what is professional, things you should or maybe should not, that it's best practice not to include it. Okay, so when we are here in our Outlook, we're going to click on the settings. Then we're going to go down here where it says view all settings. This is simply how the layout is going to look for our conversations. You'll notice all my conversations are very old. I have everything forwarded to my Gmail account at Walt Hill, and I'll show you how to do that as well. So click on view all Outlook settings. Then you're going to go to compose and reply. Now, I already have a signature in here. That says simply Jennifer Holtgrew. But what we're going to do is you're going to click on the new signature. All right. And we're going to give it a name and we're going to say trial 2. Okay. Now, in this, there's a couple of different things we can do. I'm going to put my name. All right. You'll notice some of the same options that we looked at in our Gmail account. We can insert a picture. Now, I can either go find that picture somewhere, and these are from my desktop, or I'm just going to control and paste in. This is the same book I have on my current signature. So I'm going to go into this picture by clicking once and right click. Then it's going to say, do you want an alternative text as you scroll over it? I'm going to go into the size and I'm going to hit small. The other thing I can do when I right click is I could crop it or I can remove that image. All right. So below this, I always put what I'm reading. Now, if I want to change how that's going to look, I'm going to come over here and let's say that I want it in purple. I want it bolded. I want it italicized. I don't want Calibri. Let's say I want Cambria. All right. So that is how that looks. Now, let's practice inserting a link. So below my name, I'm going to put, not above, below, NICC instructor. I will say here's a tip, when you're putting in a picture, make sure you have at least one space ahead of it. That it seems to be a little bit touchier when I was practicing with this when I inserted the image. So make sure you've always got one line of space in before it. And if you're going to put text after it, you can give a space. That just helps you. I don't know why. It just helps a little bit. So NICC instructor, and I'm going to hit return so that I've got a little space here. Now I'm going to highlight what I want to be linked. All right. And it comes up. Once you've highlighted it, I'm going to you can insert a file, or excuse me, insert a link right here. Whoop. All right. Now, enicc.edu, and I'm going to hit OK. Now, you'll notice that underlines it so that when people put their cursor over it, it will change. All right, so I've got my name, I've got my link, I've got my image. I have the same options. I can align it to the left, the middle, to the right. I think it is best practice to keep it on the left. I think it's easier. Sometimes if you put it in the middle, it makes it look a little bit odd. All right. Now, the other thing is that down here, it allows you to, when do you want a signature? So I can put it either no signature formal. The reason it doesn't come up with this new trial is I have not saved it yet. So I'm going to save it. Now I'm going to come down and I'm going to have a choice. Do I want the formal one, which is the first one I did, and you can see it pops up, or do I want to hit trial 2? Okay, so I'm going to hit trial 2 and I'm going to hit save. So that's all my new messages. And when I forward, I'm going to hit save. Then I'm going to get out of it. Now I'm going to come over here and I'm going to hit a new email. And as I bring it up, this is in here. You can still manipulate the signature. Let's say you wanted to add something to it. You can still do it on this message. But if you want to edit this in general, you need to go back through those settings and you need to go back through view Outlook. Okay, so this is the way this email is going to look when you send it. Now, one of the nice features that we have is forwarding. So I'm going to click on this. I have a couple different email accounts. And it was really hard for me when I first started with NICC is to always log in and look at that. Girls, I'm recording yet. So what I'm going to do is you click it, enable forwarding. That means all messages do not stop in my Outlook. It immediately dumps it into my Walteal School org. Okay. Now you have the option. Do you want Outlook to keep a copy of what you forwarded? And I do not, so I don't have that checked. So for those of you that have multiple accounts, this is a nice feature. I would suggest if you have multiple accounts, think about combining them. The only thing is you need to be very cognizant of, I don't have my personal email ever dumped into my work email. I always keep those two separate. So think about, do you want them combined? Do you not? But that's where you're going to do it, is in our friend settings and hit forwarding. So that's why my emails are much easier for me to keep track of. So that is how we do an email with a signature, and how you forward your emails to different accounts. Other settings, you're going to click here, view all Outlook. So if you want to set a rule for junk email, that's going to be here. If you want other rules, if you want attachments, whatever you want to do. So if you're going to use this a lot, these may be other pieces that you want to look at. All right, guys, have a great day.